If you want to have more, do more, and be more, it all begins with the voice that no one else hears. If someone isn't making you stronger, they're making you weaker. Life punishes the vague wish and rewards the specific ask. If you let pride stop you, you will hate life. Most people are fast to stop you before you get started, but hesitate to get in the way if you're moving. The best way to counterattack a hater is to make it blatantly obvious that their attack has had no impact on you. When you try to do something big, it's hard to fail completely. The fishing is best where the fewest go, and the collective insecurity of the world makes it easy for people to hit home runs while everyone is aiming for base hits. The golden years become lower middle class life revisited. That's a bittersweet ending. Remember, boredom is the enemy, not some abstract failure. I will take as a given that, for most people, somewhere between 6 and 7 billion of them, the perfect job is the one that takes the least time. Don't dismiss people, don't be a dick, and don't rush. Play the long game. You need to know what your unique strengths are and be willing to delegate. The most important actions are never comfortable. Tomorrow becomes never, no matter how small the task. Take the first step now. You can fail at plenty as long as you get a few important things right. True freedom is much more than having enough income and time to do what you want. Doing less is not being lazy. Don't give in to a culture that values personal sacrifice over personal productivity. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. The opposite of love is indifference, and the opposite of happiness is boredom. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Excitement is the more practical synonym for happiness, and it is precisely what you should strive to chase. It is the cure-all. Many a false step was made by standing still. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. To enjoy life, you don't need fancy nonsense, but you do need to control your time and realize that most things just aren't as serious as you make them out to be. A person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. Poisonous people do not deserve your time. To think otherwise is masochistic. $1 million in the bank isn't the fantasy. The fantasy is the lifestyle of complete freedom it supposedly allows. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think. The question you should be asking isn't, what do I want? Or what are my goals? But what would excite me? Focus on being productive instead of busy. If you spend your time worth $25 per hour doing something that someone else will do for $10 per hour, it's simply a poor use of resources. I want to measure twice and cut once. Therefore, the vast majority of my important work is deciding what to work on. If the challenge we face doesn't scare us, then it's probably not that important. Greatness is setting ambitious goals that your former self would have thought impossible and trying to get a little better every day. To do the impossible, you need to ignore the popular. Being able to quit things that don't work is integral to being a winner. The goal is not to simply eliminate the bad, but to pursue and experience the best in the world. There is no sure path to success, but the sure path to failure is trying to please everyone. If you believe you can change the world, do what you believe is right and expect resistance and expect attackers. Tim Ferriss is an American author, entrepreneur, and podcast host known for his books, including The 4-Hour Workweek. He's also recognized for his podcast, The Tim Ferriss Show, where he interviews successful individuals from various fields to uncover their strategies and insights.